I'm 16, 4'8", 48 kilograms, and I hate myself. So the thing that I'm going to tell you will change the way that you purchase forever. So here's a real story from my mother's friend, James. He had a car wash business, and he was so excited. He immediately put on this sign, and for a couple months, he realized that his business was failing miserably because he didn't make enough money. And so he asked his friend Derek for advice, which he really trusted, and Derek told him to put up this sign instead. And who can guess the result? You, please?
Increased sales.
Yes, Derek was a smart guy, and the business flourished. He made so much money, and we can see here that the difference between two signs, but one is certainly taking the advantage of the woman's body, which is kind of smart, yeah? But it doesn't sound right. But this phenomenon is being repeated very, very frequently in today's world, and especially in advertisement and commercials. Solely, they are for the purpose of selling products, to sell more, to attract more and more clients, but it has accidentally created a far more important and more dangerous situation for the women. Now we have to talk about the first and foremost effect is the subconscious. Normally when I mention this problem with my friends or family, they just shake their head and say, well, ads doesn't affect me. I watch them, and if I don't take interest in them, I just forget them the second later. But actually they create a far more deepful and subconscious effect. And who here can give me a number of how many ads we see per day? Just a random number at all? Well, in fact, that's a good number actually, but the true number that we interact on a daily basis is 5,000 ads per day. I was in shock when I know about this, but with ads being appear everywhere, like on the street, on the internet, as we surf, we see them. 5,000 ads per day is a number that is inevitable for us. And with that big of a number, it will certainly create a mindset for us that we'll talk later on. First of all, women in advertisement are objectified. They are reduced to be only a thing in ads. They're not human anymore. They're just a thing, like this advertisement right here, or here being commercialized by Katy Perry. There's nothing fake about them. I don't know what's fake here, and it will blow your mind away. It's very graphic, as you can see. And the second point I'm coming is that they are being retouched to beyond achievability. We can all see the common image of women having clear skin, white skin, or thinner, and even sometimes look more feminine, less than masculine or anything. It is the problem that we are trying to make women and girls, very young girls, believe that they need to look this way instead of being who they are. And that's the problem here. And finally, they are being reduced. What I mean by reduced here is that they're being reduced. They're being cut into provocative parts only. And the provocative parts, as we can see here, yes, men are also being hypersexualized too. I'm not going to deny that fact, but they are having a less of a problem than women. Women are having it way, way worse. When men are being encouraged to be more masculine, to be more dominant, women are being advertised as to be more vulnerable and to be submissive in these situations, and that we believe that we need to look at that way and we need to be that way. And that is not okay at all. And the saddest fact here is that young girls are being in this situation too. This girl right here is only 10 years old. And we are basically telling them that if you're not attractive, you're not looking good, you won't ever achieve anything. And is that okay at all? Is that we are trying to tell these people at such a young age, and especially girls, so vulnerable at this age? We have already facing the consequences. With ads tend to favor more with women thin and beautiful, and sometimes whiter women will have a certain mindset that they are not enough. They will never, ever be satisfied with themselves. That's why they put themselves under the knife, which the life isn't even guaranteed. And some even take their own life away. And all of this pushed by the pressure of society. Moreover, I haven't mentioned the fact that these weight loss pills that are commercialized on every page on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, with models, they are creating a lifestyle phenomenon which will take a hard toll on their physical health. And moreover, these images of thin women also contribute to the development of anorexia, bulimia, and other eating disorder in girls and women. And finally, the harsh fact of all is that with commercials and campaign putting these images through a rose-tinted glass, making like if they purchase this stuff, they will have a better life, they will look good, they'll feel good, they have friends and family surrounding them. But actually, this is why we are in a circle that we cannot escape. This is creating the mind that if we have this, we will have everything. But in fact, they're destroying our health, they're destroying our life, and destroying everything that we have. But we're not alone. And we have solutions. The future is in our hands. And with our consuming powers, we can refuse to buy from the brands that are objectifying women and instead empower the brands that are having a positive image of women. And moreover, by changing the perspective of young girls at a young age, is utmost important, and that we should make sure that our siblings or our daughters know that their weight and appearance is not their worth at all. And there are so many organizations that support girls and women that we need to recognize, we need to appreciate, and we need to support. And what sparks my hopes up the most is that there are young activists out there, as young as just 15 years old. And this I'm sorry. And this girl right here, Malala, she received the Nobel Peace Prize at just 17 years old, being the youngest girl to receive a Nobel Prize ever. Yes, we create the problem, but we are realizing it, and we are changing it. These actions need to be done in a far-reaching way, in a global way, reaching everywhere in the world, reaching every woman, every girl, showing that they are not alone at all. And whether you take part or not determines more than you could ever imagine. And why aren't you? Is the question that I'm putting forward. Because after all of this, what's left is that we're only human too. Thank you.